Good evening, Mississippi and fellow Americans. This is Jamie Alasia Roberts here with another video, and this one is coming a little more from my heart. Not saying that none of my videos don't ever come from the heart. They do, but a lot of them I have to write notes for. But this is something that I just didn't need to write notes for at all. I'm able to pull it all straight from my heart. I'm going to start out by saying be sure to go to the TikTok shop. The name of the shop is called Liber, ILBER dot capital T, capital E, capital E. So it's basically Liber dot T. And it is a shop on the TikTok shop, sorry, that sells these beautiful shirts. It says "Vote like Ruth sent you," and that is Ruth from the Bible. Ruth and Boaz, one of the famous couples in the Bible. Vote like her, women's rights, all that good stuff. And there's more stuff on the back, which I'm going to take pictures front and back, and I'm going to showcase it. Anyways, going to get into my video. This video is about reparations, and it's about well-deserved reparations, and it's about I am in full favor as a future politician. I am in full favor of reparations for African Americans and for our Native Indigenous Americans. And I'm going to go into, I'm sure there's going to be people that are going to ask, well, why? Well, okay, I'll go ahead and get right into that and tell you why. As for the Native Indigenous Americans, they deserve it because their land was stolen. Things are still taken from them land-wise. They're being denied things in many different places. Water and all the other basic daily living things that are needed to live and survive. They're denied it so much. A lot of their land is taken from them. And some of them do good and have casinos and stuff and things like that, but some of them are not doing so good. And they're denied a lot of things, and it's unfair. And so they deserve some reparation help, whether it be monthly or one time. That's not something I honestly can discuss right now, or honestly provide the right words to even discuss about that, what's fair and what's not fair. So I'm not going to attempt to. Going straight into reparation money for African Americans, who both sets well deserve it, but African Americans a little higher more well deserve it, because they are going through savagery. They have to walk around with a constant target on their back, walking around in constant survival mode, walking around in constant fear for a lot of them. And so that alone right there, and there's many other reasons. They're getting shot, pew-pewed. They're getting pew-pewed. There's a lot of them still getting lynched. Slavery on African Americans may have ended, my friends, but in a lot of places here in the South particular, there's a lot of lynching still going on. They've went on recently. Autopsy report done by Colin Kaepernick, a second opinion autopsy report, revealed the truth about Mr. Trey Reed and his untimely demise. And it's not what everyone's portrayed off. It's what everyone has known, not only in our hearts, but our minds being intelligent, that he was lynched. And there's many more other ones that have been, and it just still keeps happening. So there's that. And that's part of the, I said they walk around with a target on their back. So yeah, there's that. The target of that happening to them, the target of them being robbed, the target of them being SA'd or raped or stolen from, or their baby stolen or denied something, or as we've seen in recent videos about the pregnant woman that was put at risk, her and her baby, and had her baby 12 minutes after she left the triage room, all because the nurse wanted to hold her up physically in there and ask her questions. That a couple of the questions were quite stupid, like who asked someone when is your, like, I kind of feel like you ask someone when is your due date. Well, the poor girl saying the baby is in my butt, so it's like the due date is right now, the baby's coming right now. And just, you can also see the evil in her eyes, the soulless motion in her eyes. And I know God will bring justice, and she's going to end up losing her license and so much very more, because that's my example right there. That racism right there, that hate crime right there. That's one of the long laundry list of reasons that African American human beings deserve reparations. And again, I'm not going to comment on whether it be monthly or one time. That's not something I want to get into right now. Being honest, because I said I would always be the honest politician. Being honest, that's something that once reparations is, once everything's put together, that'll be something that can be put together and they're well thought out, and amongst different people that can come to a agreement on it. So I'm just going to simply leave that out, and just for now tell you that I am in full favor of reparations for African American human beings, on those bases and many other bases. To have to not only deal with it in healthcare, but deal with it in the workplace, deal with it out in the public on the streets. They have to deal with it everywhere. Wherever a place they go eat, they have to deal with it. A motel or hotel they go and stay at for the day or the week or the month, they have to deal with it. The police station or police officer they turn to for help, someone's there that they have to end up dealing with it. There's someone there that they have to end up dealing with it from. Among those police officers or personnel people at that police station or out on the road, from one, they end up having to deal with it. And we've seen it time and time again. It's not like it's something that where people say, oh, well, slavery ended. Yes, slavery ended, but the savagery that African American human beings go through as African American human beings, because they're African American, that alone right there is why they deserve reparation money in some kind of form. Because although, let me say it again for people that don't hear too well or have selective hearing, African American people walk around still in 2025 with a target, a big bullseye on their back. And it's, you say, oh, I don't see a bullseye or target. It don't have to be in the way that you necessarily need your eyes to see it. It can be just how it is, how we, people that we know, we see, we acknowledge it and know, and we feel for them and pray for them and make videos like this for awareness, to spread awareness and to help it to stop. But it's not stopping anytime soon. We can make these videos and other videos like this on TikTok and all over social media till the cows come home. Till the cows jump over that moon. it's not ending anytime soon, unfortunately. I hope that videos like this from me and from others on YouTube, TikTok, and all over social media and public online forums, I hope it helps fight it and helps hopefully put an end to it, hopefully in a near future capacity, but it ending right now today or within the next year, no. But hopefully within the next couple of years, I would hope and pray that all of this becomes effective, and this reparations law that I'm going to fight to get passed, I pray and I really feel by the grace of God that it would be something that could end up, if not, eliminating racism, particularly the racism and hate and all that African Americans have to go through. If it doesn't put an end to it, at least within the next year or two, at the most, reduce it down. Lower it, reduce it down. At least make the effort of getting it reduced down. Yes, the goal is to have it stop completely, so African American human beings can walk around in the same comfort that everyone else does. They can walk around freely and not always have to look with their head like that over their shoulders, or like that over their other shoulder, or like that, or like this. Sorry, this is not meant to make fun. Just trying to show an example to some people who don't understand what African American people have to do when they go out, how they have to act, because they see it. What I just showed you, they see it, but it comes off from them as, oh no, they're drug dealers, so they're paranoid, want to make sure they don't get caught because they're doing something wrong or whatever. No, I'm so sick of that. Not every African American person you see is doing something wrong. If you see them doing that, that doesn't automatically mean they're doing something wrong. That could very well mean because they deal with racism from people like you who just thought that, the Karens and Kens of the world, who just thought that very crap, that, oh, they're hiding something, they're doing something wrong. Yeah, you're the very reason, you racist ones like you're the very reason they have to do all that ducking and dodging and looking this way and looking that way, over their shoulders that way, over their shoulders that way. Not because they're doing something bad, because they're looking out on people like you who are racist and who can potentially cause them harm, whether it be mental harm or physical harm or unalivement harm. So that's why they do things like that. So pay attention to the world a little more. Open up your eyes a little more. Open up your heart a little more. Get rid of that hate that you got stored up in your heart. Stop drinking that hate margarita and start drinking a peaceful pina colada. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see the blatant disrespect that African American human beings have to deal with. How they just get they get treated like, I can't even put a proper word on it. There really is no proper word because of the way they get treated, the savagery they deal with from racist white people that do all kinds of different things. They get spit on, they get shot at, they get things thrown at them, they get things blamed on them that they didn't even do just because of the color of their skin. The sky, you could have a moment where it's a whitey person and an African American human being, and the sky can turn pink. God can turn the sky pink, And that racist YT person will swear up and down that that African American human being was the one that went up there and somehow turned that dang sky pink, knowing good and well that no one in existence on earth has the power to go do that. But that's an example I can give. Or maybe here's another example. You can have a YT person and you can have a black person, and they can be both standing together, and you can have a pizza right here, and that pizza somehow disappear. Now, keep in mind, they're not the only two people. They're not the only two people there, because they're inside of a Pizza Hut, we'll say, and other customers come in and out. And the YT person happens to turn off that way. They're on their phone, so they don't see when the people in the back set their pizza on the counter. And let's say another customer walks up and thinks it's their order, or doesn't think it's their order. They're just walking up there to come snatch it and take off with it. And the YT person turns back around and sees this, the racist YT person, because only a racist YT person is going to do this, turns around and sees the black human being, that's a whole human being like them, sees them, looks down, and sees that their pizza is gone. Because the person tells them, oh, well, yeah, your pizza was right there, and oh, well, okay, it's gone, so you didn't get it. And then the racist YT person looks at the black person and goes, no, they stole it. I'm sorry, this is a bad way of I'm putting this example together, but you get my heart, where I'm coming from, what I'm trying to say. That's one of the many things they have to deal with. Assumption. Guilty until proven innocent. That's the example I'm basically trying to make. That's something else they have to deal with. They are always automatically condemned as guilty until their innocence is proven. YT people get definite privilege, and YT privilege is a very real thing. Because I've seen videos, and whether they were true or not, whether that situation itself was true or not, it does depict something that does happen in real life. You could have a YT guy come out of his house acting crazy, talking about, I'm gonna stab you, or I'm gonna shoot you, I'm Zoltar from Mount Rushmore or Mount Olympia, or some crazy crap that they be spouting out, and be trying to hurt the cop. And the cop sits there and, oh, I'm arrest you, and no, I'm arrest you, and keeps arguing with them like they're both freaking a pair of 5-year-olds, arguing back and forth. But if that was a African American human being and a YT cop, oh, there wouldn't have been no bickering back and forth like a pair of 5-year-olds. They would have been pew-pewed unalive the moment that they even remotely started to pull that crap. Like they wouldn't even get one toe or one hand or any piece of part of their body out the door acting that kind of way before they would get pew-pewed unalived. You see how white privilege does exist? How I just said that a YT man, if he did that, he would get met with the behavior from the YT cop of them bickering back and forth like a pair of old ladies at a bingo hall. But God forbid if it's a YT cop and a African American person, human being, there ain't even no words. There's just pew pew unalived. And Now, do you want to go back and ask that same question of why do African Americans, above all, out of both, I just mentioned Native Indigenous Americans and African Americans, why the most out of both African Americans deserve some form of reparation money, whether it be from the federal government or the state government, or however form we can implement that. I don't care how we have to figure out to get it done. We need to get it done. And as a future politician, when I become that politician, United States Senator, representing Mississippi in the second seat, the junior, I'm going to fight to make sure that that is made into law. Because that, among the other reasons that I have listed for you, and even went into full detail on most of them about, are the reason, among many, many other more, like I said, long laundry list of endless reasons why African Americans deserve some form of reparation money that they should be entitled to as a privilege for them. YT people are going to have the privilege to get away with a lot of things they get away with, the racism they get away with, then by golly, African American human beings are going to be entitled and privileged to some reparation money. And maybe, hear me on this, racist YT people, maybe, just maybe, when you have to pay extra taxes out for reparation money for African American human beings, well, maybe you'll think twice and a lot harder before you use the N-word, before you shoot at them or spit at them or throw things at them, or try to do any emotional, harmful, or physically harmful thing to them at all whatsoever. Try to accuse them of something instantly. Try to find them guilty until they're, and then prove them innocent later until they're proven innocent. Or if they're ever able to be proved innocent, because you got ones that are innocent that still haven't been proved as innocent. They're still being left as guilty. You have all of that going on, and many more things. Yeah, let's fight hard to make it happen, to get these people, these human beings that have gone through and continue to go through such savage behaviors, such savage actions from racist whitey people. Let's get them some reparation money. Let's find a way to make it happen. Let's make it into a law. Let's not not a program. I don't want it made into some type of program or system type thing or whatever. No, it needs to be passed as a law, so it's definite mandatory. And then you can put a little system into place that disperses it. But as far as it being brought into existence, it needs to be brought into existence by a law, by a passed, confirmed, signed into law. I love you all so very much. I'm going to end my video as we are approaching the 25-minute mark. 1 more month until I declare my candidacy. So I'm very excited, and I hope you all remember to vote for me. And those of you who don't, I understand and respect your choice, and I still love you. But I really feel like there's going to be some ones who wouldn't normally vote for me that's going to end up voting for me, because they're just going to like me way too much. And they're going to see that I'm going to be a fun, awesome, and a very serious, intelligent, and honest politician. I love you all, my brothers and sisters in the Lord's almighty blood, almighty grace. Please stay safe, stay protected, and happy Thanksgiving. If I don't get to see you again in another video, again, happy Thanksgiving. I love you all so very much.